Quick conditioning drills that'll keep you ready for the season.
The Midwest Baller Show is sponsored by Trusted Kicks and Milwaukee Public Schools.
High school boys basketball officially kicked off with the Fresh Coast Classic, and with so many great teams in this year's Classic, also packed with a lot of talent. Craig Harden here on the campus of University of Milwaukee for the 11th annual Fresh Coast Classic. So many great games over the 2 days of this showcase. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
Brandon Joseph and the defending four state champions Destiny Eagles in action, taking on #1 ranked in Division III Martin Lutheran. The Trojans call a nice inbound play to get their star guard, the Rock Traquan Carrington. He takes it baseline strong for the 2. This was a big-time game to start the season, and nobody was more big-time than Devontae Codwell. He gets into the rhythm and pulls up for 3. Big plays will be made by both teams. Watch Martin Lutheran guard drive strong to the hoop, gets the foul plus the basket. Eagles guard Dio will push the rock. He will find a cutting Reggie Dean for the special delivery. Reggie brings down the house with the slam. Great ball movement by Destiny, and then this nice ball fake by Keo Biloxi, who buries the pull-up. Martin Lutheran guard Carrington was hot all night, but he would miss this shot, but his teammate has his back with the nice tip in. Down the stretch, Destiny wanted this game a little bit more than Martin Luther. Dio lobs it up to Reggie Dean for the one-hand slam. Destiny gets the statement win 72-63.
Martin Luther first and foremost, man. They got some studs, there's some juniors, and we'll be seeing them in the future. We just locked into the game plan. I think my assistant coaches did a phenomenal job with me being out of town for Turkey Week and getting them prepared. You know, a lot of people see me getting the honor and the accolades, but hey, I got a team, man. I got one of the best coaching teams in the state, and I want Milwaukee and Wisconsin to remember that.
So it's all love. I love playing with them. They love playing with me. Just a process. We trying to go back upstate. I didn't get that opportunity to last year.
We shift gears and take you out to Whitefish Bay, where the Lady Dominican Knights squared off against Martin Lutheran, and the Dominican boys squad was definitely in the building. Martin Lutheran on the fast break, and Rochelle Osell takes it all the way to the hoop. The Lady Knights' Alana Newsom will steal the rock. She takes it strong to the hoop for the foul plus the basket. Martin Lutheran would not go away in this one. Anna Winded drills the tray. The Lady Trojans keeping the pressure on Dominican. Check out junior guard Emma Callis. Drives hard. She would miss, but Rachel Osell is there to clean up the miss. We move to the second half, and Jasmine Young misses the 3, but Michaela Robertson is there for the rebound plus the putback. Sophomore forward Sydney Burrows makes it rain from downtown. The Lady Knights like to get in transition. Jasmine Young finds Michaela Robinson for the layup. One last run for Martin Luther. This basket by Emma Kellis, but it will not be enough. Dominican wins 52-43.
The Fresh Coast Classic gave us great games over the 2-day showcase. And now we're about to give you a JB mixtape sponsored by Wingman.
Trusted Kicks is a place where you can buy, sell, and trade sought-after sneakers. You can find us in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. We buy Jordan Retro sneakers along with other exclusive models such as Kanye West Yeezy shoes and many others. Make sure to stop in and check us out at 532 North Water Street or visit us at our website, which is www.trustedkicks.com.
Good morning. This is Jabari Parker from the Milwaukee Bucks. It's early, but I'm already in training center. I got where I am today by working hard every day. I own my future, and you can too. Go to school, be on time, and make the most of your day.
Welcome back to the show. We're still hanging out here at the Fresh Coast Classic with our partner Sprint, and make sure you visit one of their several locations in the Milwaukee area. But before you do that, take a look at part 2 of our Z Starting 5 with Coach Brandon Maddox of New Berlin West.
This is my part 2 of Zed Starting 5, Coaches Edition. Third year as head coach, my fourth year at New Berlin West. So we're building and we're heading to a big year for us.
You come from a great pedigree of before getting the head coaching job. What is it like now, you being the man calling all the shots,
Sure.
building a program the way you see it to be?
So I feel like I've been groomed pretty thoroughly to be a head coach. I coached under Marcus Hines for a number of years. Obviously 3 state championships with the girls. And just really, his big thing was building relationships. And I've taken that from my daily life and, building a program and building relationships with parents and players and teachers in the building. And so I feel like when everyone's connected and we're all moving in the same place, good, positive things are going to happen. So that's been the biggest thing for me. And now that I'm going into my third year as a head coach, fourth year in the building, those relationships are just getting bigger and tighter and everything's more cohesive. So we're coming into a big year, I feel.
From a basketball standpoint, you have to be probably the coolest basketball coach I've ever seen, in a sense your shoe game is probably, I'm not going to say probably, it's better than your team,
Sure.
players.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talk. I have some kids on my team that could care less. And then there's some kids that are, oh, coach, where'd you get those? What is that? The funniest thing, though, is on Fridays, we have Casual Friday for teachers, and so I'll usually wear something, because I want to be comfortable. The kids think I just want to look cool, but I really want to wear something that's going to be comfortable. So I'll wear a Jordan, or I'll wear, a Yeezy or an Air Max or something like that. And the kids then regular students want to have conversations with me about what are those, where'd you get those, and and just as slowly as this culture is building with sneakerheads and stuff like that, I continue to get people hitting me up with. Now it's kind of grown to now when I'm out in the community, people are like, oh, you're the coach of New Berlin West with the shoes, and so it's like, yeah, it just blossomed into this huge thing.
Coaches on the basketball court playing, what some shoes are you rocking out there on the basketball court?
Okay, well, I guess I got a couple of them here. So every Friday morning at New Berlin West, if you're up at 6 a.m., the teachers play. The teachers, football coaches, our AD plays. Some of the basketball coaches get up and we run at 6 a.m. And so this, Jason Petrie designed the LeBron 15. I'm a big fan of his work. And this is the LeBron 15, just came out. LeBron's entering his 15th year, trying to get another ring in Cleveland, flying it upper. I was really impressed with this shoe. And, a lot of people are kind of hyped about it because of the look, and it's just something totally different. And I think that's what Nike's trying to get back to with the performance piece is just something you haven't seen before.
Some coaches now hooping in the shoes. What are some shoes maybe during basketball practice when you're on the sideline? What some shoes are you rocking or wearing and that are comfortable? Because with you got comfort over style. So
right.
Some shoes that you
for me, obviously, I mentioned earlier, I'm a big KD fan. So I'm a big Flyknit guy. And so right now it's a KD 10. I think for your dollar, this is the best shoe out right now. And which, it's a lot saying. And there's a lot of stuff out right now. But the Flyknit upper, full length zoom, all that good stuff, the Air Max and stuff that's in there. It's comfortable, it's lightweight. Usually I'll rock it without tying it because you don't need it because of the netting and stuff in here. I really like that. And it's been a good shoe, and obviously it's worked for KD. We won the finals last year, and this is actually the championship edition. Just different, got his name on here and the MVP and all that good stuff. It's makes the shoe significant. So that would be for me. The KD10 is up there definitely for sure.
Now, I'm assuming with a lot of these shoes, you just can't walk into Foot Locker or some of these shoe stores and buy the shoes. Where are some places, if it's locally, that you get some of these shoes from?
So lately it's been like the hype beast stuff, and that's what everybody's like chasing after as far as like Yeezys. A lot of stuff that Adidas is doing right now is killing it. And so limited numbers and stuff like that. But for me, right in our backyard would be Trusted Kicks. Those guys kill it. And the nice thing that I like that they do is, and I've had conversations with them about this, and me being an educator, is I feel like they're almost giving business lessons to kids on like, price and, supply and demand, trailing prices and what's going up, what's hot, what's not. And so kids are coming in, buying, selling, trading, and it's almost like its own separate economy.
Shoes you're wearing if you're not playing basketball, just want to go for a run, or just kind of with some comfortable shoes right now, besides the Nikes.
Right, besides it's funny you say that, because sitting right here, we just have the Yeezy 350, the zebra pair. It's funny because the kids get all fired up in the names, and it's this, there's only pair. And I look at it as like, it's cool, it's black and white, you got the Boost. I really do feel like Boost it changed the sneaker game as far as comfort and long lasting, and you know what I mean. I personally wouldn't say it's surpassed Air Max, but it's on the same level. I do wear a lot of Boosts to school, but like it's funny because if I wear this to school, and I got a couple pairs of these, the pair that I've been wearing, it's like, so I wear it to school, and kids just like instantaneously, is that real? Is it, what are those? Where'd you get them? Can I buy them from you? And stuff like that. And so it's just funny how like that the younger population is blowing up, and I'm kind of torn, because part of it's cool to see them get into it, but then part of it's just like, I don't want them to lose their individuality. Be who you are, buy what you like, kind of thing. I've always been one of those guys, and like I literally, if this said Yeezy on it or not, I think I still would buy it just because of the Boost, because I'm like the comfort and stuff like that. But through networking and relationships, like anything, the availability is probably going to be a little easier for me than it is for just the average, But those students and kids and guys that aren't really into it, they don't understand the networking and all the hours that go in to do that. They just assume that the day it drops, I just go pick it up, which is not the case.
Final question for you, kind of put you on the spot. Favorite college team, pro team, because of the shoes that they wear?
It's funny you said, for as far as probably, you want current or like just all time?
All time.
Because I'll give you a funny one, because I think all time, probably there's two programs that stick out to me college-wise, and that's Arizona and UConn. And for whatever reason, maybe Lute Olson or Jim Calhoun didn't have any sneaker rules or anything like that, but for whatever reason, those two teams would always be wearing stuff that did not match their uniform. For whatever, like it was always a recent Jordan or a recent Nike basketball, and I always thought that was a cool thing, and I've tried to incorporate that within my own coaching. I kind of tell them, if you just show it to me beforehand, as long as it's not anything too out there, or I feel like you're going to wear it and get hurt, I'm cool with it. And so some parents are like, no, we want team shoes, and I'm like, and the kids are like, no. So that's always interesting to see that. As far as a pro team, I would probably go with the early 2000s, late 90s Clippers. Darius Miles, Quentin Richardson, and Corey Maggette, and all those guys. The funny thing is, they all had Jordan deals. So they were getting all of the PE stuff, and like no one else in the league was really getting it. So I remember being in high school and like middle school, and literally watching and checking. Like the internet was around, but it wasn't like what it is today. Like today, if they wore that stuff, it'd be instantaneously social media, and then you'd have to wait till the next day, watch Sports Center and see that stuff. And so that's kind of a sleeper pick for me. Yeah.
Appreciate the time, Coach.
Thanks for having me. This has been great.
Coach Brandon Maddox may have the freshest shoes as any coach in the game. Well, if you want to be on the show, take a picture of your shoes with your Sprint phone, or email us at mwb@starting5@gmail.com. Recently, the Wisconsin Herd played their first 2 home games at the BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee. We were at those games. Let's roll the clip.
The Wisconsin Herd introduced himself to the BMO Harris Bradley Center audience as they took on the Chicago Windy City Bulls. Second-round draft pick Sterling Brown got off to a hot start. Here he is nailing the pull-up. Windy City guard Brandon Wood cannot be left open. He will connect on threes like this for the trifecta. Herd guard Bryant Williams rubs off the screen to make this 15-footer look too easy. It was a great atmosphere and great game for the Herd at the BMO Harris. And my main man Tyler Harris just abused James Young in the post for 2. Herd forward James Young coasted in for this layup and makes it look so smooth. The Herd win 100-92. And after the game, we caught up with Chicago center and Wisconsin's very own Diamond Stone.
Talk about that first game coming back home. Playing with the Windy City. What was that like for you?
It was great, see my family and friends. Yesterday I got to see my family a lot, spend some time with them. I've been back home since Clippers came here. So, it was a great experience. We fought hard. We just came up short.
Athlete Performance is Wisconsin's premier athletic training provider. From individual to group sessions, we have what's needed to take your game to the next level. Our world-class facility, staff, and programs ensure that you can reach your maximum potential, maintain your performance, and excel on the field of play. Athlete Performance. Come to where the pros train.
The Milwaukee Bucks are off to an interesting start. Let's go inside the Milwaukee Bucks with Milwaukee Journal Sentinel beat writer Matt Velasquez in this week's Bucks Update.
I'm Matt Velasquez, Bucks beat writer for the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, and let's go inside the Bucks.
It's just a start. You've had 2 years of pro experience. What have you kind of learned about the game and also about yourself during that time?
I learned a lot, especially my rookie season with the Jazz. We had a lot of good vets: George Hill, Boris Diaw, Joe Johnson, and just the list goes on. But I just learned so much. I got so much better. I got familiar with the NBA system, how it works, the travel, just the lifestyle, and then also being assigned to the D League at the time. And then it's a grind. Just keep working. That's the main thing. Just consistently working every single day, and just show up ready. And then I've learned a lot here too. Jason, I like him a lot. He's cool. And then I like the team, the coaches. Everyone's cool. They've shown me lots of love and just welcomed me. And yeah.
Are you already almost bored with the drive between Oshkosh and Milwaukee? Can you do it blindfolded yet, or?
I probably can. I've made it quite a bit, but yeah, it's good. We got situated in Oshkosh. We moved into our apartments, and then I like it downtown, also here in Milwaukee. So yeah, I haven't been able to get out and see the city or anything like that, just because I've been so busy with practice, and then with games when I'm here, and then if I'm not here, I'm in Oshkosh.
So what's it like having to straddle kind of 2 different cities and kind of 2 very different lifestyles? I'm sure the G League lifestyle is a little bit different than the NBA lifestyle.
Yeah, so it's a lot. They try to do a good job on trying to let me know where I am, but just anything can happen. So it changes so fast. But I think my rookie season kind of prepared me for that, just because I was with the Jazz and then I got signed a lot. But the Stars, they were only 15 minutes away, so it was a little easier. Right. But here it's an hour and a half, but it's not a problem at all. But yeah, I think just my rookie season, going back and forth, I kind of got used to it and I got familiar with it. So here I'm back and forth and I'm kind of okay, I know what to expect.
When it comes to the travel, have you gotten into a routine yet? Are you a podcast guy, a movie guy, playing cards? What's your favorite thing to do while you're traveling with the team?
I don't think I have a routine, to be honest. I kind of just go with the flow. Sometimes I try to take a nap, but everyone's just having a good time on the plane, and sometimes it's hard to fall asleep, but I'm always on my phone. As soon as we take off, I connect to the Wi-Fi, and I'm always on Instagram and Twitter, Snapchat.
Who's your favorite follow, when you're on?
Let's see. I don't have a specific person, but I do have a category. I'm into art, tattoos, modern art, stuff like that.
What got you into that? Is it something you've always been into, or?
Yeah, there's so much in this world, and just me I was born in Ukraine, so I've seen different sides of the world, so I've seen a lot, so it's kind of cool.
Now, how long were you in Ukraine before you came here?
So I was in Ukraine for like 4 or 5 years, and then I moved to Texas.
Okay. And so, growing up, who was the first basketball player you saw that you were like, wow, that's my favorite player?
I'll have to go with Michael Jordan. And yeah, so I didn't start playing basketball until 7th grade, and until then I didn't really pay attention to basketball. So he was like so big, that's like the name I kept hearing, and I was really into video games. And then once I started playing basketball, that's when I got on and got to know the players and stuff like that.
Are video games something that you kept up, like you still do, or because I know some guys on the team, they played FIFA in the past before too.
Yeah, for sure. I'm an Xbox guy.
Xbox?
Yeah.
What are you playing now? What's your favorite game now?
Mainly shooting games. I left my Xbox back in Oshkosh, so it's a bummer. But yeah, I like to play Overwatch, Halo, the new Call of Duty. Let's see. I don't know. There's so many games. I'm missing a lot. Yeah.
Sure.
But those are a few right there.
For more about the Bucks, follow me on Twitter at Matt_Velasquez and on jsonline.com.
Hey, what's up, Midwest Baller fans? It's Jennifer Monk. I'm here at the Panther Arena, where the Division I Panthers are taking on Division II Concordia St. Paul. The Panthers are coming off a great road win. Let's check out the highlights. Both teams came out balling as August High's dribble drives to the basket. Panthers pressure forces a steal that leads to a fast break for an easy 2. But Concordia Brandon Matthews gets the steal and has an open lane to the basket for an easy bucket. Concordia's defense was everywhere, and Matthews, he was balling. Concordia finds Elliott Kane wide open on the wing for a deep 3 to close out the half. The Panthers open the half on fire as Brock Stahl cashes in from downtown. The Panthers even fed the paint for easy money as Brett Frost gets the and 1. As Concordia, Elliott Kane answers back with another 3. He's showing out for the crowd. As the Panthers continue to fight back, Brock Stahl refuses to go away quietly as he hits a deep 3. But that wasn't enough. Brian Matthews seals the deal with a long 3. And Concordia takes it 69-55.
Here, they were extremely prepared for us, and they did a great job. I mean, I think the other thing that happens out there on the floor is when you make shots, which they did, and they did early, it gives you confidence, and they certainly rolled with that. And we had no way to stem the tide. We had open looks in the first half. We just couldn't shoot the basketball tonight, and that's where the problem was. And defensively, we need to correct some things defensively and get a lot better. Because they took advantage of some things that we were trying to take away, but didn't do a great job of.
Great to see Diamond Stone still playing and living out his dream. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's show. But before we go, we want to say 3, 2. Great to see Diamond Stone still playing and living out his dream. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's show. But before we go, we want to send a special thanks to everyone here at the Fresh Coast Classic, especially the Running Rebels. But until next week, we'll see ya.
Yeah, crowd go insane. Running across stage like we trying to beat a game. Same 6 letters, you already know the name. LILVIC, I'm just here to do the thing. Never on my square, always standing full team. Moody in the 4th, I'm just going to be yourself.
Trusted Kicks is a place where you can buy, sell, and trade sought-after sneakers. You can find us in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. We buy Jordan Retro sneakers along with other exclusive models such as Kanye West Yeezy shoes and many others. Make sure to stop in and check us out at 532 North Water Street or visit us at our website, which is www.trustedkicks.com.
Athlete Performance is Wisconsin's premier athletic training provider. From individual to group sessions, we have what's needed to take your game to the next level. Our world-class facility, staff, and programs ensure that you can reach your maximum potential, maintain your performance, and excel on the field of play. Athlete performance. Come to where the pros train.